Overwatch, huh?
Overwatch is so good!
Holy crap, it is.
Oh my god, it's the best. So who okay. Okay, I'm so excited to talk
Where
about
do we
Overwatch.
start?
I know. Who's your main?
Most of the time, May.
May?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm kind of going through and I'm doing okay, I'm gonna play all as May today, and then tomorrow all as, this person,
Okay.
all that. And I've only had the game for 3 days, so I played as May.
Diva's great.
Diva's great. And I just tried Tracer today.
Okay. So so excited.
What about you?
I'm trying to play a little bit of everyone.
Mm-hmm.
Yesterday I just decided, Tracer is my favorite designed character in this game. I'm gonna get good with Tracer.
Nice.
So I just spent, all day playing Tracer.
In terms of, visual design or her moveset and stuff?
Visual design.
Okay.
Yeah. Before that, I was, if it was offense, I'm Pharah or Genji. But I unlocked a cool skin for Soldier 76.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, alright, let me try out Soldier 76. And I was like, he's awesome! He's so cool!
Is he supposed to be a Captain America kind of guy?
I don't know. Maybe. I could kind of get that from him. Yeah. I play everyone in offense except for Reaper, because he's so stupid.
He is the most blatantly, let's make an extreme guy for the dudes, right? Yeah, bro, yeah.
I feel like it's so extreme that it loops around again, Where it's, ironically bad.
His final smash is him
Ultimate.
Is him going his ultra is him standing in the middle of a group of people, pulling out 18 guns and spinning in a circle, shooting all of them, yelling die, 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 die.
So he's one of the 2 characters I haven't even touched. Actually, I think I played him a little bit and I was like, yeah, it's stupid, I hate this person. But I've seen some awesome skins for him too. It was if I unlock this, I'm gonna play as Reaper.
The one where he's a crow, kinda.
That one's really cool.
Yeah.
There's also one where he's what are they called? A candy skull. It's one of those a Mexican skull.
Yeah.
And he's wearing a mariachi sombrero.
I fought against one of those, and I'm like, who the fuck are you?
Yeah.
Oh, he's doing the thing. Oh, he's Reaper.
And there was also one where he's just a guy. He's just a human in a black outfit.
And he's got the wool hat and stuff. Yeah,
that's
I like
awesome.
that.
They're
I like
all
that.
better than his default.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're on a team, and it says that there's no support class. Who do you play?
No one yet. I think I'm gonna try out Mercy tomorrow.
Okay. Mercy's good. I like Zenyatta a lot.
That's the Robo.
That's Dawson, yeah.
Okay.
He's Dawson. He's great, because if you ever see, Discord Orb was added to you, or
what
Harmony Orb...
what does that do?
If it's a Discord Orb...
I know it's bad, because it's purple.
It's purple, yeah. Discord Orb increases the damage you take.
Oh, okay.
So it, doubles the amount of damage.
Does it, slow you down or anything?
No, but it's really easy to kill you after that.
Oh, okay.
And Harmony Orb heals you.
Nice.
Yeah.
Can you do can you do more than one orb at a time?
One Discord Orb and one Harmony Orb at a time.
Okay.
So you can only heal one person at a time. You can only hurt one person at a time. But he has his weapon is he just throws regular orbs at people, and he kind of just shoots them out like a machine gun almost, but slower, and it's really powerful. So if you get hit with a Discord Orb and then he shoots you with a couple, if he smacks you with his balls a couple times, you go down. If you haven't seen it, I did a Rob versus Overwatch, and you did a Dan versus Overwatch.
Yes, mine's a good one.
Yeah, I don't know about that. They're both very good in different ways.
Oh, yes. I spent, the first time I fired up this game, I spent an hour and a half just going through the character gallery and looking at all the stuff and listening to all the voice clips, just everything. Yeah. I'm like, man, I'm gonna go to bed now.
You didn't even play?
No, I played the next day.
Man. I have to say, you didn't even know the goal of the game in your video.
What?
I left a comment on your video because I was so angry about it.
Oh, I didn't read it. What did you say?
Because, at one point you say, oh man, my team's not doing so good. We're almost at a checkpoint, though. And the objective just says, stop the payload. You were supposed to be stopping it. And you were like, oh, we're almost at a checkpoint. And then it comes up victory. And you're like, how do we win? I was like, come on, man.
We did it. Yay. I'm helping.
And my comment was just objective, stop the payload. Dan, we're almost at a checkpoint. May's another one I haven't really picked up yet.
She's a character that at first you just kind of pick her because she's different, and they're like, oh, I can make like a big weird wall sometimes. That's weird. And then you realize if you do that wall underneath someone, it launches them up.
Yeah.
And if you do, like, I corner trapped somebody, like, I think it was a diva, in a corner. That's where you corner trap people. Yep. I put them up in the wall, and they were wedged between the top of the wall and the corner of the ceiling.
Oh, cool.
For the duration of however long that wall lasts, like 10 seconds or whatever. So you can just, like, you can get somebody up there and then just, like, hit them with icicles and shit until they die.
Yeah. I probably play Diva most right now, and she's so good.
I'm a little surprised by what she has and doesn't have, because I know
what you mean.
Her gun, it's like a good spread, and it's also infinite. Mm-hmm. You never reload. But at the same time, I would expect her to have a better gun too.
Yeah, it doesn't do too much damage, and if you're far away, it's almost useless.
Yeah.
You really got to get in there, which is fine because she has that awesome dash.
Yeah.
And she can fly, which is great. So you got to really get in there, shoot as much as you can, hopefully get a kill, and then dash out. Then you can guard your teammates too with the shield. And once you get your ultimate, you go into a tightly crowded area, blow up your mech like it's a nuke.
Mm-hmm.
She is just Titanfall. I realize when I'm playing her, I'm playing Titanfall. It's a first-person shooter where I have a mech. My mech blows up. It can damage the other team. Mm-hmm. Then I call in another mech. Get back in. She is Titanfall.
It can also kill you, too.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I don't know if it can kill your teammates if they're too close. No, but actually, her handgun is super good.
Yeah.
It's just, she can't take any damage at all when she's outside of her mech.
Yeah, I realized that, I have as much fun playing her outside of the mech as I do inside the mech.
Oh, yeah.
Like, if she had more... I know why they didn't do it. Like, if she had skills outside of the mech, if she had, like, a double jump or infinite ammo.
I tried them all.
Yeah.
Also, if you do her emote when she's outside of her mech, it just cuts to her standing there doing, like, the hand heart thing.
Oh, yeah?
And then she does, like, some other hand motions and whatever. And
nice.
Then what I appreciate is, like, instead of just snapping back to the gun, she reaches down, takes it out of a holster, and then it, like, goes back to first person.
That's awesome.
I discovered that you can fall off the world in this game.
Yeah.
Because, like, at one point, like, it was towards the end of a match, and the other team... Somebody switched out and became Diva and just drove into the checkpoint and detonated. Mm-hmm. And the explosion didn't kill me, but it pushed me off the edge and I just fell to my death. And also, remember, you know that one map where it's like there's that big well in the middle, that big pit?
Oh, yeah.
I was playing as Diva. I'm like, let me jump up on this ledge. And I jumped into the hole. I'm like, I'm dying. So I just, like, randomly just did the boosting. And I just, like, flew up the side and back out.
Nice.
I'm like, yay! I'm great.
So aside from Diva, I also played Torbjorn a lot.
Is that the Warcraft guy?
Yeah, the Warcraft guy. The guy who's a combination of a dwarf from Warcraft and the engineer from Team Fortress 2. Because I love the characters that are just better versions of the guys from Team Fortress 2. And I love Team Fortress 2, don't get me wrong. But my problem with the engineer from TF2 was that his turret was great, but basically what you should have done was built the turret and then just stood behind it hammering it the whole time. Because your gun is useless. Torbjorn has an awesome gun.
Is that what it means when it's like, you have no builders? Like,
yeah.
Is he the only builder?
Zendaya is also a builder.
What the fuck is that?
She is under support, and she's the one that builds teleporters.
Oh, and she has the little robo arm.
Yeah, she has the robo arm and the little white turrets that kind of look like they're from Portal.
Oh, that's what those are?
Yeah.
Okay.
She's under support, but she's not really a healer. She can give everyone on her team plus 25 shields.
Okay.
And her ult is she lays down a teleport.
Okay.
Yeah. She's really good if you know what you're doing, but I couldn't get a hang of her.
Because all of her animations are like, I have like an Aperture Science arm, and I'm making like weird hologram triangles.
Yeah.
Like, okay, I mean, I guess that's useful? What? What? Oh my god! And her portals look like they're like the blue ovals from Portal.
Yeah.
Portal! think with them. Such a good game.
Yeah.
I love it. What level are you?
Like 15?
I think I'm 11 or 12. I forget. Have you gotten anything cool in your loot boxes, which I keep calling loot crates?
Yeah, I do too. The coolest thing I got was the motorcycle helmet skin for Soldier 76.
Okay.
Which has caused me to play Soldier 76. So it did its job.
Now, these are random, right? Or
Yep, absolutely random.
My very first one, I got the blue Tracer costume.
I hate you.
Is that because it's not? It's just the one where it's like instead of orange, she's blue.
Oh, okay. It's not like the like legendary one.
No, is that the one where it's like she's called like Slipstream or something like that? Yeah, no.
Okay.
I'm like, oh, I kind of like this one the best, and then I got it randomly.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Yeah, fuck you. No, Tracer is great.
I keep getting like skins and shit for characters I don't play yet. Like, I have a ton of McCree.
Play McCree, he's fun.
I guess.
Yeah. He's tough.
I'll only play him at high noon, though. Only at noon. From the hours of noon to 1. That's McCree time.
So we should mention that you have this for PlayStation 4 and I have it for the PC.
And John and Rachel have it for Xbox One.
Yeah.
We did this wrong.
Yeah, we should have...
We could have had a team!
discussed this. Anybody should have discussed this. So, about that crossplay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Blizzard said something about this. Did you hear this?
Yeah, they said that they're keeping an eye on it in terms of, like, the consoles. Like, Xbox One and PS4.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But PC... It's not happening.
No,
not happening.
Definitely not.
No.
Because, like, the accuracy...
Because I would destroy you guys.
Yeah, because, that's why people always go for shooters on PC when they can. It's like, well, all I have to do is point my mouse, and I have pinpoint accuracy versus trying to line it up with the stick.
Yeah.
They're like, this would never be fair. We're not going to do that. I mean,
I'm sorry, I got the better version of the game.
Oh, did
for
you?
For $20
did
cheaper.
You? Let's ask my Blue Tracer if you did.
Yeah, I got the $40 one too.
Oh, okay. Yeah. The one that they offered but tried their best not to offer.
Yeah. I found it.
If you really love the game, you would buy it a second time. On one of these other... And then you would pick who's your friend. Me or John and Rachel.
Oh, man. That's a tough call. I feel... Well, the thing is, Logan has it for the PC.
Oh.
So, yeah. So
Are you playing with him?
I added him, but we haven't had a chance to play.
Oh.
Yeah. The other day he was on, and I sent him a message, and I was like, hey, what's up? You going to play? He never got back to me. Yeah. He was ignoring me. What are you going to do?
God.
But this is like the most fun multiplayer I've had just playing with random people.
Yeah. I turned off all of the chat stuff. Like the voice chat I turned off. I turned off the text box.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. And I'm like, I just want to because we'll get it, you know?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I mean, you can definitely tell when there's a team talking to each other kind of thing.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
But there's never been a shutout yet, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I think a lot of that comes from the fact that, if things are going bad, everybody has at least one person they can switch out to, and now it's different.
Yeah. I don't turn anything off. I play with headphones on the PC, and I just take off my headphones, and I'll listen to a podcast or music or something.
Mm-hmm.
And the other night, I was playing, and I was the first guy to pick my character. I picked Soldier 76. And then I noticed another guy picked Soldier 76, and then another guy, and my whole team was Soldier 76. And I was like, well, this is odd. So I picked up my headset, and I put it back on, and there was a guy who was like, all right, guys, I think we can do this. This is going to be fun. We can do this. I was like, okay, this is interesting. So we played the whole match, and we just get destroyed. But it was awesome. It was so much fun. And then, it was one of those where there's one control point, and there's 2 rounds to see who can control it. So the first round we got destroyed. It was like, okay. I forget the guy's name. I wish I could give him a shout out. But he was like, okay, that went bad. I think our problem was we were Soldier 76. Diva. I'll be Diva. We got this. I was like, so I go on chat. I'm like, I love your plan. All right, we got this. So we all switched to Diva.
There's canned dialogue between specific characters. There was a bunch of times where I picked Tracer and someone else picked May. And we're in the we'll let you out of this room to fight in 30 seconds. And I just hear a Tracer voice clip going aren't you hot in that? And I just hear May's voice going yeah, but it's too late to change. I'm like, oh, that's cool.
Yeah. There was one where I picked. This was in the video I posted. If you ever watched it,
I did.
where it was in England or London, and Tracer just says like, it's good to be home again, or something like that.
Yeah, my old stomping ground.
Yeah.
Or like,
that's so cool.
Like the your guy Toblerone or whatever. What's his name?
Torbjorn.
Yeah, him.
Oh my god, that's who they were talking about. I listened to a podcast and they called someone Toblerone. I was like, who's Toblerone? I haven't played as him yet. I'm an idiot.
But like him and Diva were on my team, and he made some comment about like because he builds turrets and stuff.
Yeah.
So he builds stuff. He made some comment about like wanting to check under the hood, and she's like, "Hey!" and then just swears at him in Japanese. That's another thing. I like the fact that it's an international cast.
She's Korean, by the way.
Is she?
She's Korean.
I assume because there was a mech, that it was Japanese.
She is a professional StarCraft player.
Really?
And she is Korean, yeah.
Where do you get that information?
Her little behind-the-scenes video. I haven't watched
There's
it.
a video. Where? Is it in the game?
No, it's on their website. Or their YouTube channel, I forget. John loves this game, and he was texting me info all about it. Yeah.
Okay.
He said the favorite character's Mei, and I was like, Mei's cool. I think I like Diva's design better. He was like, oh, she's so cool. She's a professional StarCraft player. They made her Korean because it's so big over there. And I was like, oh, okay. And then we got into a discussion because StarCraft is a game by Blizzard.
Yes.
This is a game by Blizzard. So this game takes place in a world where StarCraft is a real game. But it's... so it's this weird thing where it's like, so Blizzard exists in this world.
And then what's-her-name made a portal, and then Torbjorn came out of World of Warcraft.
No, is he actually a World of Warcraft character?
No.
Okay.
But he looked like he should be.
I would believe it if you told me he
You know
was.
what? Yes.
The conversation ended with him making the blah sound from Inception.
Somewhere out there, a building folded in half.
Exactly, yeah.
Oh my god. Have you messed around with... Because I'm like, I've finished unpacking my loot box. There's just like an option that says store or something. I pressed it, and it took me to the PlayStation Store. And it's like, you can buy boxes in like pack...
No.
You haven't messed around with that?
No, because... No. I've gotten one good thing out of like 15 boxes.
Yeah.
So, no. I did learn tonight, though, that... Have you gotten any gold in there?
Yes.
You can use the gold to buy skins.
You can use it to buy anything. You just have to get enough of it.
Oh, okay. I had no idea what it was for.
Yeah.
like I didn't know what it was for. I thought like they would patch something in maybe. No. I didn't know what it was for. But
like as you get further down the list, like I think the highest number is like 1,000 gold or something.
I have like 400 maybe. So I'm gonna see what skins I can buy tonight and.
Like, I think everybody's first, like, 5 or so is only, like 150 each.
Yeah, well, those are usually just alt colors.
Yeah.
So I'm not really interested in that. I want the stuff that changes the design.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, Mei is a firefighter, McCree is, like, a weird mobster or something. Yeah.
Soldier 76 has a couple. He has the Evil Knievel one, and one where he has one that is like a red, white, and blue jacket. And the one I have, which is like a black cape and a blue motorcycle helmet. Yeah.
Mercy has 2 awesome ones. Like one is she's a devil.
Yes.
And the other she's a Valkyrie. The Valkyrie one looks great.
I don't think I've seen the Valkyrie one. I've seen the devil one because I've seen porn of it.
Of course.
Speaking of porn, there's so much Overwatch porn.
Aren't they trying to get rid of it?
Yeah, Blizzard has to take action. Do you know how much porn there has to be for a company to be like, we need to stop this?
Didn't Esurance fold under the weight of it?
That's true. They stopped Esurance because of it. Oh man, I forgot we've covered this topic in a previous episode. Man, porn comes up a lot here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God.
But man, that's a lot of porn.
Wasn't what they were doing... Weren't they like taking the character models and feeding them into some... Like, they're doing, like, they're figuring out a way to make, like, animated 3D CGI porn of these characters.
It looked to me like Swiss Filmmaker.
Okay.
When I did my research on this subject... It looked like Source Filmmaker. Have you seen?
I don't know what that is.
Is it Valve Filmmaker? I think it's Source Filmmaker. That is a thing that that Valve offers. A Steam Filmmaker, maybe. It's a free download where you can make 3D models in films.
Oh, okay.
Essentially. And it comes with, like, all the characters from Team Fortress 2 and all these other things. And you can, like, make them move around and stuff, and you can buy other assets for it and stuff. So it looked like they somehow got the models into that and made them do their thing. It looked like that to me.
Okay.
Yeah. From what I've seen.
Yeah. I'm just happy that this is like a ridiculously popular online shooter that it's bright and sunny and has a sense of humor and isn't overly serious and it's kind of cartoony, but everybody loves it anyway.
The fact that you and I are playing a massively multiplayer first-person shooter is absurd to me.
The fact that like this is there's no single player offline content to this game whatsoever, and I barely noticed.
Yeah, it's an amazing game.
When I want to try out a character for the first time, I'm like, I want to figure them out, but I don't want to do training because there's no challenge in training, you know. But I'm not going to learn anything if I just keep getting owned over and over again. You can go into
Player versus AI?
Yeah.
I did the exact same thing.
Yeah, where it's like, it's you and a team of humans versus AI characters. And I always just, like, pick medium difficulty. Like, it won't give you, like, a good picture of what it's like to play against actual players, but it's enough to, like, let you get a feel for everything.
Yeah, you get the gist. So, are you playing with AI players or humans?
Human players.
Oh, okay, human players against AI.
Yes.
Okay, I wasn't sure if that was the same on the PS4.
I think you can...
You can set up a custom match and have it all AI.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I always play with other humans. Because, like, that way you get a sense of, like, how this character works on a team. What you need to be doing with your teammates and how it'll work. It's, like you said, it's not exact. And it won't let you really know what it's like to play against humans. But it gives you a sense of how to use the character.
This reminds me of a fighting game in a lot of ways.
Yeah, you gotta know matchups, and you gotta know how to use your character.
Like, the characters are the gameplay in a lot of ways. Alternate skins are amazing.
Yeah. I think it's more like a MOBA, probably.
Maybe.
But neither of us have that much experience.
Not really.
Yeah.
Ask Logan next time you talk to him.
Yeah.
If you ever talk to Logan, just keep sending him messages. Logan, you there? Logan, I want to talk about MOBAs.
I feel like
Logan.
He sent me a message. He was like, "Hey, we should play Overwatch." And then he sent me his thing. I was like, "What have I done?" Like, wait, my realization came over.
Oh God, do I have to move now?
One state over is far too close.
They're going back to
Atlanta.
Were they? No, they were in.
They were in Georgia.
Were they? No.
Her and Rachel grew up together.
Yeah, but they moved away after that.
To Philadelphia.
No.
Before that?
Yeah. Weren't they in, like, Tennessee or something?
Were they?
Or Mississippi?
I think they're making this up.
Are those next to each other?
I don't think so. They're both southern, but I think that's it.
In my mind...
Also, nobody knows what the hell we're talking about.
No, it's okay, because in my mind, the South, like, all those states are just, like, this, like, constantly shifting globule of, like...
You also think Boston is the same as Philadelphia.
They kinda are.
No, they're not.
Whatever, we've been talking about Overwatch for a half an hour. Let's see, what else did we do this week? That's not my notes.
Well, I've been holding this comic book for the entire time,
yeah,
so I want to talk about this.
That looks heavy.
Well, do you want to talk about the comic book we both read first, or want to talk...
Talk about this one, because you brought it up already.
Well, I'm saving this for last.
Oh, God damn it, Rob. Why are you bringing this up?
I read a lot of comic books, so this is the one I have the most to say.
Sure.
So... Should we talk about...
Talk about something!
Okay, for God's sakes. I read, as I mentioned on the last episode, on Free Comic Book Day, I bought a bunch of comics.
Yes.
I finally got around to reading all of them.
Cool.
First one, I read a book called Nameless by Grant Morrison.
Okay.
I did a little research on it. He said it was like his first foray into just trying to write horror.
Oh.
Yeah, and there was a lot of disturbing imagery in it. Which is scary. It was kind of like Hellraiser, like Visions of Hell, stuff like that.
Sure.
And it some stuff like stuck with me. It was scary, but I don't know. I kind of don't like it. Whenever you read a Grant Morrison story, it's always going to be confusing.
Yeah, is it Grant Morrison weird?
It's Grant Morrison weird,
Okay.
yeah. But, like, this was just a mini-series that got collected into this hardcover edition. But, like, I read Happy, his other works, Happy, and We Three.
Is Happy that one with a blue horse or something?
Yeah, like, that's Grant Morrison weird. But by the end of it, I knew what had happened. I knew, like, the beginning of the story, the middle, and the end of the story. Like, it was weird, and there were some parts I didn't quite understand. But Nameless, I don't know what happened. I know nothing about this book.
That's amazing.
Yeah, and the whole premise of it is the main character is called Nameless.
Oh.
And it's, yeah.
He just doesn't have a name, or
Yeah,
his name is the word Nameless.
No, he does not have a name. It said at one point that he revoked his name so that nobody could have power over him.
That's cool. I like that. That's like an old, like, mythology thing.
He's kind of like a John Constantine type character. I described this book to my mom as Armageddon, the movie Armageddon.
Yeah.
Except the meteoroid coming towards Earth is hell.
I like it.
Yeah. So he, like, there's a team of astronauts going to this comet or asteroid, whatever's coming towards Earth, and they pull up this, like, John Constantine type guy, because also hell's there.
Hell is on the asteroid.
Yeah, it's super weird.
It sounds small.
Yeah, but, well, it's kind of like it's kind of like this is the remnants of the battle between the gods that existed before humanity, before anything really. Like
Cthulhu versus the spaghetti monster?
Basically.
All right.
Their battle is what caused the Big Bang in this universe, and this is the remnants of that. And if it crashes into Earth, it could spark something, and blah, 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 blah. None of it matters because this is all a dream.
Grant Morrison really can't write a small story,
No!
can he?
And, like, this...
I want to write... I'm going to write the description on the back of an action figure. Well, I need a creation myth.
Yeah. And, like, this is, like, 75% of the book. But it might all be a dream in Nameless's head.
Oh.
Because he's... Like, they keep referencing back to this other thing that happened to him. It's, like, how he met the guy that hired him. This, like, eccentric billionaire... like, the Virgin Airlines guy. I can't think of his name.
Oh... Branson?
Yeah, him. I can't think of his name. Yeah, like, that type of character. So he's, like, the one financing this. And it's like how he met him, there was just, like, this exorcism that kind of went awry, and we're not quite sure what happened, but it's kind of like he's still there in that room during the exorcism. By the end of the book, I don't know what happened, I don't know what really happened, I don't know if anything really happened, I don't know if this is all taking place between the seconds in this man's head, I don't get it. And that's not scary, it just makes me mad. There's a lot of good writing in it, though, and the imagery is really cool.
But isn't the true horror unknowing? Unknowing. Was that a Nicolas Cage movie?
Knowing was a Nicolas Cage movie.
Unknowing. What else you read?
Shudder. The second book I read. It's over there. I'm giving it to you because it's really good.
Sure.
Yeah, it's
about cameras?
She has a camera. I think that's why it's called Shudder.
Hooray!
Yeah, but it has played no part, and I have no idea why it's called Shudder. It's kind of like a grounded, like, if Saga took place on Earth, that's kind of what it's like. It's like this fantastical world. Like, there's a street gang, but they're all lions.
Huh.
Yeah, like the guy who's in charge of all the gangs, like kind of like a mob boss, he's just a platypus that lives in an alley.
Is this all about animals? Or...
No, the main character is this girl, Kate Catherine. She's kind of like, her father was kind of like a Johnny Quest type explorer guy.
Okay.
And it's kind of implied that she might be the reason why the world is so fantastical, because every time it flashes back to her childhood exploring with her father, the world's just kind of normal. And so we're kind of getting like bits and pieces of what happened. And it's just, I don't want to say too much because I want you to read it.
Okay.
But it's fantastic.
Is that all of it?
That's the first volume.
Okay.
Volume 4 just got released. It's so ongoing.
Oh, wow.
I'd never heard of it.
Yeah,
I just thought the cover looked cool when I picked it up. And then there's We Stand on Guard.
Yeah.
Brian K. Vaughan's book.
Oh.
Yes. Love Brian K. Vaughan.
BKV.
BKV. Can't beat him. He wrote, speaking of Saga, he's writing Saga.
Mm-hmm.
He wrote Why the Last Man. Two of my favorite comics of all time. You know what they both had?
Like monkeys?
Yeah.
Really?
I think Saga has some monkeys. But no, they both had really strong female characters.
Okay.
Really well written, great female characters. I don't know what happened here.
Oh, no.
Okay, so I have, as you can see...
Oh, you have bookmarks.
I have sticky notes.
There's annotations
because
here.
I'm so angry at this book, I knew I wouldn't be able to remember
this isn't
everything.
a good thing.
This is not a good thing.
No.
This is a very bad thing.
Oh, my.
So let me give you the short summary.
Yeah, what's
about
this
before
about?
I get into this.
There's a robot on the cover.
There's a robot mech in the cover. This is it takes place in the near future, where it's like 2100.
The kaiju have invaded.
Yeah, exactly. It's like 2100, 2200 around there. The United States have gone to war with Canada.
Finally,
about damn time.
We will have their bacon.
Somebody has attacked the White House. The United States blames Canada. It doesn't seem like it was Canada, and it takes place from the Canadians, a Canadian point of view of this overwhelming force just kind of destroying them. It's very Nazi imagery.
I've never read a book from the perspective of a moose before.
So anyway, let's get into it. So this is 7 pages in.
Oh, hey.
Just then we'll show you the page before this. Like
happy family.
Just a happy family. Everyone's nice. The moms might be a cyborg. I don't know.
I mean, these things happen.
These things happen. Everyone's just a happy family. Turn a couple pages. Bomb goes off. Dad's dying on fire, bleeding out.
Entrails everywhere.
Horrible blood. This is your first impression of the book. Not a good sign.
No.
Okay. So then we get. I think her name's Amber. I don't know. It doesn't matter because everyone dies in this book, and I mean, like, it's trying to be Game of Thrones, but I don't care about anyone. So
is it like? Does it feel like they're trying to riff on Game of Thrones?
Oh yeah, it's like you're gonna really care about this character. Then when he dies, you're gonna really feel. I just wrote what is happening here because I don't know what's happening in this panel. Like, some parts I really like the art, but I really don't know what is happening here.
Like, it's 2 pages that are completely silent, and it's just, like, random panels of, like, a robot staggering around, and there's explosions, and then there's people looking at something that's not ever really descript.
Yep. This is one of my favorite parts. It's the Americans taking away an elderly couple they call it a concentration camp, straight up a concentration camp, where they'll be tortured and presumably killed. And they say, like, they're saying, like, why are you doing this? Like, we've signed the Registration Act. We support America invading our homeland. Like, all this terrible stuff. And the guy says, like, you should have thought of that before you took shots at our car before. Then cuts to our hero as this is a flashback. It's our hero hiding in the crawl space of the house. So it was her doing that. Her and her brother doing that got these people killed. Because they're hiding at the house. That's our hero! We're supposed to root for this person!
I've noticed several times we just get the similar panels of her staring lifelessly kind of at you.
Yeah.
And, like, is this supposed to be evoking, like, quietly observing the horrors of war, kind of?
Maybe. It's unclear. Because I don't like anyone. It's like, I'm not rooting for America or Canada in this. Fuck this guy.
What?
That's my note on this page.
It is.
Because, he broke into a water pipeline, killed several American soldiers. I mean, they're at war, that's fine. But, he said, this woman's interrogating him. He said, why did you do that? We've given Canada plenty of clean drinking water. His reply is, I used to be a farmer. I needed water for my greenhouse. Fuck you, man.
What?
He broke into a water pipeline, killed American soldiers to get water for his greenhouse.
Huh.
Yeah. Fuck you. Okay. This scene, I just have why. Because there's just a scene of her showering.
Oh, yeah.
Why? Then there was a guy watching her shower. Okay. So, he explains, like, I was checking for implants. She jokes, I'm all natural. He's like, no. The Americans can plant tracer implants on you. That's what I'm looking for. I thought that would come back.
No.
It doesn't. But he says, he mentions his dead husband, so it's okay. He's not a pervert. He's gay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Great.
Like, yeah. It really feels like they just made him gay because he's watching her shower.
Yeah.
This scene, they bring up the ghost of this woman's dead father.
What?
To threaten... Yeah.
Wait, there's ghosts?
No.
Oh.
But this woman's being tortured... Oh, God, this is so stupid. They put on, like, this VR helmet, and they're torturing her in her mind.
So, like, none of it's real?
Yeah, but it feels real.
Yeah.
And she won't talk no matter what they do to her physically. So they get an image of her father.
Yeah.
And have him come in and say he's gonna rape her unless she talks.
Huh.
So there's dad rape in this.
Okay.
And he's dead, so it's dead dad rape. Then, this line is another flashback to her and her brother as kids.
Yeah.
And he says, you gotta get away. He says, only Yankees are dumb enough to die for their country. Canadians fight for it. And then... how long? It's like 10 pages later. Like 3 people die. 3 of the Canadian characters die. So that is meaningless. They're idiots. They're dumb Yanks. I really like this page, and I felt like I should put that in.
Oh, okay, great.
The Americans are threatening to kill this guy and his dog. And one of them says, come out or have no choice to kill your comrade. And one of them in the background says, and your little dog, too. And he says, Jefferson, don't be a dick.
That's nice.
I just like that. It's a little levity. This one character only speaks French.
Okay.
And I mean, it's Canada. That's gonna happen.
Yeah.
But he clearly understands English because he responds to everybody. And he's not subtitled. And I don't speak French, so I don't know what he's saying.
Is it handled in a Star Wars way, where like not all the droids and aliens speak English, but the other half of the conversation you get, or is it just like
kind of? But there are times where I really don't know what's happening. This is just really dumb. This is when it's revealed that Canada actually did bomb the White House, so everything is meaningless. Doesn't matter. Death number 4, the main character.
Oh.
So I don't know who we're rooting for. And another fuck you moment at the end. They're all reunited. Her and her family are reunited in heaven. Because she's the hero.
It ends in heaven?
It ends in heaven.
Do they call it heaven?
No, it's just this scene at the end. I think it's supposed to be another flashback, but that's the last scene. This splash page is the end.
So you recommend this book?
I hate this book.
Is there
I
more
don't
of
recommend.
it?
I don't. No. This is it. Like he wrote this and he was like, done, nailed it. Like I don't recommend burning books, but if you gotta burn something for warmth, this is one of the worst things I've ever read.
What's it called again?
We Stand on Guard.
Got it.
I hate this.
Let's talk about something happier.
Okay, let's.
Did you watch Space Patrol Luluco?
No.
God damn it.
I've been watching Ergo Proxy.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to talk about that in a little bit.
Yeah. Oh, my God.
Yeah. How is it?
I don't want to tell you what's in it until you see it.
Okay.
Because it's like, oh, my God.
I'm guessing it's good, though.
Yeah. They're only 3 minutes long, and there's like 8 of them.
I'll watch them.
God.
I'm sorry. I want to watch the other show that you recommended to me.
I recommend like 6 shows a week.
That's true.
Speaking of which, I'm continuing on with Re:Zero. I think that's how you say it. Re:Zero. It's an anime where I'm like, this is kind of like Konosuba, but not a comedy.
Okay, yeah, I remember that.
It's like the contemporary kid walks out of a convenience store and is just in a fantasy world, and he's like, what the hell? So this is one of those, I watched the first episode, and I thought, this seems kind of generic, I don't know if I like this, but I'll give it another couple. Next episode, he meets up with, like here's the main girl of the episode, of the series, and she knows everything, and is magic and shit, and she's gonna help him out. He's like, you saved my life from those muggers, so I'm going to help you get back the pendant that was stolen by a pickpocket.
Okay.
So they make their way to, like, the bad part of town, like the slums or whatever, and they get to the bar where the pickpocket sells stolen goods. He goes inside to look around, sees, like, an old man just dead on the ground. And then he, like, backs up and he, like, looks down, like, oh, there's the pickpocket dead on the ground. And then here's a woman's voice saying, "Oh, you saw that? Oh well." And then
what?
and then his like gut gets like sliced open, and now he's on the ground. And then the girl who he was helping comes in to check on see what's taking so long. she gets hit, and she's just on the ground, and like
Crap.
he's bleeding out, and as he dies, this is like episode 2. There's a flash of light, and it's earlier in the day.
He respawned.
He did, and I don't know how or what or why yet, but like when he dies,
That's awesome.
it respawns him at that point in the middle of that conversation.
Oh man.
It took him like a little while to get it. So he's like, oh my god, I have to go back and see if she's okay. So he like runs right there, but he gets there earlier, and like his buddy hadn't gotten there yet, neither did the thief. That old guy is still alive, tending bar, and like he's talking to him, and now we're getting to know this guy as a character. It all ends with them getting killed again. It's like we go through like
this is like Edge of Tomorrow. You keep trying.
Like we go through the same day, like the same like 12-hour period, like 4 times I think.
Oh, okay.
And each time he's doing different things, and like we're learning more different stuff about different people each time, because the first time through he didn't really ask all the right questions or anything. And like we're getting to know all this cast of characters, and he keeps trying to figure out how to like, all right, I have to find the thief before we get to the thing, before we even get to that house, or I have to do this before this happens, or
just kill the person who keeps killing you.
She's fucking tough. They tried. A group of them tried, and eventually it works out, and we get over this hump. But like throughout this, like other than the fact that it's a fantasy world, like it's not an MMO, but it's like a world that would be in one. Like it's medieval, and there's humans and elves and like lizard people and whatever walking around. There's magic, and he's all like, "Oh, I must be inside of a game. This is amazing." But like life is terrible.
Yeah.
And we don't know anything about the world because he never bothered to ask anybody.
Okay.
The further you go, the more you kind of get that, like, yeah, there's, like, some complicated bullshit going on that we don't know about. While he's on the ground, because he got his belly slashed again, but, like, what's-her-name has magic, so she's healing him. And he's, like, he's still out cold and whatever, but, like, he's gonna live. And the girl who was the thief was like, here, I'm sorry about all this. You have it back. Just take the pendant back. And she's like, thank you. And like this security guard night guy that they got to help during the 4th time around sees the pendant and is like, holy shit. Knocks out the thief, gives the pendant back to the lady, and she's like, look, don't you think that was a little extreme? He's like, I restrained myself as much as I could. I'm gonna be calling on you soon. I know you'll understand. And then he picks up like the little girl who's like, and then she's like, this thief is the whole like she's an orphan. She's like, I'm 15, I think. I have to become like a great thief because I live in the slums. I don't want to sell my body. Like they look up at the full moon and they're like, this might be the last time we ever see the moon. And like that's where the episode ends. He's like, well, bye. I'm like, what the fuck is happening?
Okay.
So yeah, and
wow,
I'm very interested in the world building that they're doing. They're doing a good job of like giving you what you thought the show was, and then being like, but also this, and also this, and also guess what? You don't know anything. Haha.
Nice. So I watched some Ergo Proxy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Explain it.
I can't.
This is the people. This is what's the studio?
I don't know.
They're your favorite.
No, I don't know what they are.
They're
the guys that
Samurai Champloo.
The studio that did Samurai Champloo and Cowboy Bebop.
And that Power Ranger thing.
Oh yeah, Samurai Flamenco.
Yeah.
That was a good note to go out on. Samurai Flamenco.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, it was great. Shut up.
I mean, for a while.
But Ergo Proxy it's fantastic. But I don't know why. It somehow manages to shove in every anime trope that you can think of in one. It's got a badass female protagonist. It is an awesome futuristic sci-fi utopia. Meanwhile, somehow it's also a post-apocalyptic sci-fi wasteland.
Okay.
All in one. There is the protagonist has amnesia. There are monster fights.
Okay.
There is a cute little girl sidekick. The one that I haven't come across is Gundams. There are robot armies. That, like, evil robot armies.
There's no Gundams, but there are evil robot armies.
Yeah, so I feel like we won't get Gundams because of the evil robot armies. There are also good robot sidekicks. So it's like it somehow manages to get everyone in there, but it still is so different than anything I've ever seen.
Okay.
Like, I still don't understand exactly what's happening, but I get enough of the plot that I like it.
Is there an overall plot?
Yeah, there is. There's the main character kind of... There's like two main characters. There's Vincent Law, and then there's the woman whose name I don't know how to pronounce. It is R-E-L, maybe? Or 1? I think it's pronounced Rilu. I think they pronounce it Rilu.
That doesn't sound like there's enough letters to do that.
I know. But I'm watching it with Japanese voice acting and subtitles. Uh-huh. So Vincent Law is Vincent Law. And then there's her. And she is this police officer in this futuristic utopia called Lomdo. This, like, domed city, kind of. And it's like everyone lives in the dome. All life exists in this world. And Vincent Law is kind of... They call him an immigrant, and I'm still not quite sure what that means. So he kind of... he somehow is the key to all this weird stuff. In the end of the first episode, she got attacked by a giant monster. And it was crazy, because it was like she was investigating... Her job is... It's kind of like a boring episode. Her job is to investigate robots, like, because everyone has like a robot sidekick or like a butler.
Yeah.
And some of them, we don't know why, some of them go haywire and commit crimes. Robots, right?
Yeah.
So it's her job to investigate them and take them down. So then at the end of the episode, she's about to hop in the shower, hears something behind her, turns around, and there's a giant demon there. And it's terrifying, and that's kind of how the episode ends. So she's trying to figure out what's happening, and everyone, kind of all of her superiors are like, that didn't happen. It was a burglar or a stalker. And they blame it on Vincent Law. He's an immigrant. Blame him. And he...
Blame him for what? Demons existed?
Somebody clearly broke into her house and assaulted her. Although there are giant footprints and bloody giant handprints everywhere. And I think she investigated his robot. And, like, he kind of saw her and fell in love.
The robot did?
No, Vincent Law.
Oh.
Yeah. Robots don't have feelings, although...
I don't know.
That is a big thing in this
You're telling me one turned into a minotaur a minute ago.
No, I didn't. Wait, you were just thinking of your own... It's like, Rob's talking again. Cue the music. So they pin the blame on Vincent Law. It's obviously a huge government cover-up. Also, whenever they show the government, it's I'm gonna call her Rilu. I'm not sure if that's her name. Rilu, like, goes to see her. It's her grandfather, who's just this old guy. I think he might be dead, and it looks like he has sorrow on his face. And then it's a bunch of statues. It looks like the statue. Was it the statue of David? Yeah. Like that one, like, carved out of marble. It's like a bunch of statues like that who kind of, like, float and raise and lower, but they talk. And, like, we never get, like, a clear shot of them. They're always shown in shadow. That's the government running this place. It's super weird.
A dead old man and some statues.
Yes. And, like, everyone's just kind of fine with it. But it's the dead old man is Rilu's grandfather, so she, like, gets away with a lot of shit. So he's like, I'm pretty sure I saw a monster, and you're like, nope, don't ask questions, get back to work. Of course, she keeps asking questions and trying to figure out, like, what this thing was. And do you mind if I, like, talk about it? Okay, because I'd like you to watch it at some point. It's very good. But where I'm at right now is, like, they eventually corner Vincent Law. And he essentially kills himself by jumping out of Romdell into, like, the real world where nobody lives, and discovers that there's a ton of people alive out here, and it's this, like, dystopian society out here. But he survives, like, falling out of the sky from this dome city because he is that monster.
Oh,
and but it's cool because it's very. it's seriously hinted at for like 7 episodes, and we get this reveal, and there's like this is like a 24 episode series, so I guess like there was that mystery, and now we're just gonna know he's a like it totally changed its tone, which is awesome. And where I'm at right now is he is on the outside, and the monsters are called proxies.
Oh.
Yeah. And he got, like, on the outside world, he got into a fight with another one. It was an awesome monster fight, and he killed her. And then he met another guy, and he said, that woman that you killed, I loved her. And then he turned into a monster. And he said, my name is, it was like Anubis or something like that. I'm an agent of brilliance. He said, what is your name? And he was like, I don't know what you're talking about. My name is Vincent Law. Like, he didn't know yet that he was the monster. So that's how they played in the amnesia trope.
Okay.
And then he just started beating on him until he changed. And like the end of the last episode I saw is he stood up and like the guy said, I'm going to ask you one last time. What's your name and what are you an agent of? And he stands up and he's in his full monster form. He goes, my name is Ergo Proxy. I'm an agent of death. And the guy goes, huh. And then Ergo Proxy reaches into his chest, like pulls out his heart. And like that's the last thing in the episode. Like what is happening?
I didn't know Ergo Proxy was going to be the name of a character.
Me neither. It's like a Tangentopa thing. But it's great. Nice. It's so cool.
Did you finish the series yet?
No.
Or?
I'm still on the second disc out of 4.
Okay.
I'm a little less than halfway through.
Nice.
Yeah. But I love that, like, it's like, even though I know what's happening, I don't know what the hell's happening. It's like this guy said, like, he is the agent of brilliance. It's like, now he's the agent of death. And, like, even that guy didn't know what that meant. Like, what does this mean? Like, I don't know, but I'm excited. I want to find out more.
Nice.
Yeah. And he has the little girl sidekick I mentioned before. Mm-hmm. That's a robot. They call him Auto Reeves. And when they get infected, they call in that woman Rilu to like shut them down, basically kill them. And she is apparently an infected Auto Eve, but she just seems like a normal little girl. So I don't know if they're normally supposed to be more robotic or what, but it's a strange situation. But
maybe there are no people, and people are just what you get when robots get sick.
Well, they definitely bleed.
Ooh.
It's a great show, though.
Nice.
Yeah. I watched some other shows. Are we going to keep talking about TV shows? Or?
Sure, yeah, why not?
Okay. Second season of The Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt.
I keep forgetting to start that.
I watched all of it.
Is it good?
It's very good.
Good.
Yeah. The last season... You watched the last season, right?
Yeah.
It ended with the cliffhanger of... what's his name? The gay guy.
I don't know.
I don't either.
He's Iron Man sometimes.
Yeah. Turns out he was married at the end of the last season, remember?
No.
That was the big cliffhanger.
Was it? There was a cliffhanger?
Yeah.
I remember a trial that was stupid for 2 episodes.
Yeah, and then at the end of it, that woman came up and said, like, oh my god, Titus!
Ah, yeah.
Wow, that was driving me nuts. And he goes, Titus, I saw you on TV. I'm your wife. Kimmy goes like, who the hell are you? He goes, I'm his wife. Last thing in the whole series. How could you forget that?
Easy.
Okay. Anyway, I was waiting for this like the whole time, and there were like 2 episodes about it, and they wrapped it up very quickly. So
well, good.
I thought that was kind of disappointing.
Oh, that's a shame.
The great season.
Okay, I'll get there eventually.
I finished Gravity Falls.
Is it over forever?
It's over forever.
Oh.
Until Disney wants to make more money. But Alex Hirsch, the creator of it, said, I'm done with these characters. I will never personally use them again. I don't know about Disney.
Oh.
It is spectacular. Remember last podcast I said I was angry that there wasn't going to be a Lock and Key TV show?
Yeah.
I don't feel that way anymore because this is a Lock and Key TV show.
Oh, cool. I've heard it called like Twin Peaks for kids.
Yeah. I didn't even realize like the similarities. That guy Mother's Basement on YouTube, he did a video on the opening of it and said like, look, and like kind of showed side by side between it and Twin Peaks, and the opening is kind of like an homage to the Twin Peaks opening.
Nice.
Yeah. And it's crazy how good it is. Like, I don't even want to say anything because you need to watch it.
Okay, I will.
It's so much like Lock and Key. They had to know. It's these kids get into a supernatural element, and they're trying to seek out who made this thing or who discovered it. and then there's the past generation of these people who also did the supernatural element, either their parents or their uncles or whatever. And it's amazing. It's great. I love it. I have one complaint about it. Well, two complaints. One is unrelated to the show.
Sure.
My brother was taping all the episodes, so I was watching them at his house, and get to the last episode. We're like, this is it. This is awesome. Comes up, there's a big cliffhanger, and it says to be continued, and that's it. I'm like, what the hell? That was not the last episode, Dave. What are you doing to me? So I was furious at my brother for a while, but then we found it online and we watched it, and it was great. Other complaint: in order to defeat the big bad of the series, there needed to be a character needed to make a sacrifice.
Sure.
It was jarring and powerful and dark, especially for a Disney cartoon, and any sense of the word. But it got undone in like 5 minutes. I feel like because it's Disney, they were like, you can't do this. Maybe he said, like, let me do it, I'll fix it. So I was disappointed with that. Like, it undid that emotional impact, and it lessened what the character had done. But aside from that one thing, that's still like 50 perfect episodes.
And later, when you do your Gravity Falls fan edit, you can just fix that.
Exactly, yeah.
You can do Gravity Falls abridged. Just don't touch any of it except for that last 5 minutes.
Yeah, but it's amazing when you like look at the show on a whole. There's a code that flashes at the end of every episode, and you have to watch the episode and find the key to crack the code at the end, and you've got like a secret message. After the credits in every episode, a little image will flash of the big bad guy, Bill Cipher, and he's surrounded on like a pentagram type thing with a bunch of symbols.
Sure. Wow.
And yeah, exactly. And that was in the very first episode, and they didn't explain it until the series finale. He's been planning this perfectly since the very beginning.
Very cool.
Yeah.
How many seasons?
2.
2?
2 seasons.
Really?
Yeah.
I feel like it's been around a long time.
Yeah. It's great. Like, I can't say enough good things about this. Like, I love Steven Universe, I love Adventure Time, but I feel like there's something to say about a story that is like, I know how I want this to begin, and I know how I want it to end. Let's not waste any time. Let's just get there.
As compared to Gravity Falls, Steven Universe and Adventure Time are just regular shows. Oh, you see what I did there?
I see what you
get
did
it? Because regular shows, like birds and stuff.
Yes.
I finished Log Horizon.
Oh, all of it?
Yes, both seasons. I really liked it. It is very blatantly like the manga is still going and we haven't made more of this yet.
Oh yeah.
So like it wasn't a series finale. They just finished they finished this season kind of thing.
Gotcha.
And I don't know if there's going to be more. I looked it up and like season 2 ended a year ago.
Oh, okay.
So maybe, but like I don't know, like turnaround time on anime is usually pretty fast, so I don't know.
On the same hand, Attack on Titan ended a year ago, and that's definitely getting a second season.
Yeah, but nobody likes that, so who cares?
I went to Wawa the other day, and the girl helping me out had an Attack on Titan tattoo.
Night. What of?
That little logo that's on their uniforms.
Which one?
They're like little pendant that like it's like a.
Like the scout regiment.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
It looks like a pendant, but it has a little cross on it.
Yeah,
it's like blue and black. Yeah, she had that on her forearm. Like cool. That's awesome.
But yeah, no, it was really good. It's one of those like they're getting closer to figuring out how they actually got there.
Oh yeah.
And like I don't know. Like considering what happened, like there's somehow all these people are just in an MMO.
Yeah.
So like, it's that weird like what would be too weird of an explanation? Because there's an implication it might be aliens. And I'm like, well, that doesn't make any sense, huh? But yeah, I don't know. And like they're playing with it more. Like the longer they're in there, the more the world is changing. Like they've started to notice that the world is getting bigger.
The developers are adding patches.
I guess so, because like they're like it takes longer to travel between these 2 points now.
Oh, okay.
And like, flavor text is coming true.
Give an example.
Like like in an MMO, you find like a sword that has this like backstory of like, oh, this sword is cursed and was used by, you know,
it's a Gozer the Gozerian sword of darkness.
The pirate sword of Gozer.
Yeah.
And it curses you if you hold it or whatever. But like in reality, it's just like it's a sword with these stats on it. It's like, does this much damage? Now, all of a sudden, if you use that sword, you actually are cursed with that curse. And, like, all sorts of shit's starting to happen because of that. They're starting to talk about, like, okay, how is this affecting players who play characters of the opposite gender? Because, like, there's one character who's, like, the character is female, but the player is male, kind of thing. And they're, like, trying to explore that a little bit, but they just started to touch on that, really. Another guy's alt account, they meet walking around out there.
What is who's that? What?
I know. And it's like it's awesome. They keep thinking of other things they can play with. Like half the season is they realize they need. I forget what started it because I watched this so long ago. But like they realize they need to go on a raid, and the raid takes them like 2 months. Like they enter the dungeon before November is over and they get out just after New Year's.
Sounds like an average Final Fantasy 14 raid.
Yeah. I found one of the raids. I can't get there yet.
Something we should have talked about in the comic section.
Yeah.
DC Rebirth.
Oh yeah.
Let's talk about it.
That was pretty good.
It was incredible. It was the best DC comic to come out since the New 52.
You know what? Maybe.
Yeah. So, Wally's back, I guess.
Yep, Wally West is back.
Yeah.
He's gonna still be the same age though, I think.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like so basically Rebirth.
He's been running around the Speed Force for the past 2 years. That's fine.
So Rebirth basically introduced the idea that so just back up for anybody who doesn't know. You have the classic DC universe. It's been kicking around for longer than Rob's been alive.
Longer than anyone's been alive.
Yeah.
It's like 80 years old at this point.
And then the Flash, Barry Allen, who died a long time ago in the Crisis on Infinite Earths, comes back. He's like, hey, I'm better now. Realizes, oh my god, I can go back in time and save my mom from being murdered. So he does. That fucks up the universe. Makes it post-apocalyptic and terrible. That's Flashpoint. So he's like, I have to fix everything again. So he goes back in time again.
Kills his mom.
No, stops. Just snaps her neck right off. He stops his past self from saving his mom. And that should have made things go back to normal. But instead, it became the New 52. Which is kind of back to normal, but some shit's different.
Yeah.
And this is saying the reason that happened is because when it was reverting from Flashpoint back to Classic, someone outside the universe stole 10 years out of it.
Yeah.
And as a result, everyone is 10 years younger. That's why, like, Wally is a teenager again. He's Kid Flash again. That's why all these characters are younger.
This felt very apologetic to me.
Yeah, it kind of
was. It felt like the author's saying, like, we're sorry, we know we screwed up. It felt like when Sega Team came out and said, like, we're sorry for Sonic for the past time. This felt like DC saying, like, we're sorry, we know we messed up, we're getting back to the good old days.
Yeah.
Because it was like, somebody, we don't know who, but somebody's been screwing up the DC universe.
Yeah, it wasn't us, guys.
We're gonna put a stop to it. And they said, like, they're stealing time, they're stealing love.
Yeah,
because nobody could get married for some stupid reason.
Well, because what happened, like, this is a great kind of catch-all. Because they're saying, everything is fucked up and different because 10 years was stolen from everybody. So any inconsistency or any missing thing or anything that doesn't make sense, any contradictory part of a character's history, it's because 10 years are missing. Mm-hmm. So, like, why weren't Aquaman and Mera married? Well, because the period of time where they met and fell in love and got married was in those 10 years, and that got removed from them. Yeah. That's why Clark and Lois weren't together. That's why nobody was married. That's why, like, Barry and Iris, that whole thing. Like,
that's why, what's your name, doesn't know Wally.
Yeah, that's why, because, like, he hasn't been able to get back in because his wife Linda was always his, his touchstone, his lightning rod. But that part of her life was taken out of her, so she doesn't know he exists.
Yeah.
So he doesn't have the connection anymore. And it's just like, it's a really kind of clean way to explain away everything.
They managed to do it in a clean way, like you said, and make a great issue out of it.
And they did a really great, the whole thing was such an homage to Crisis.
Yeah, it really was.
Because, like, right down to, so in Crisis on Infinite Earths, as early as the first issue and going all through it, there's, like, Batman's fighting the Joker, and then he looks to the left and he sees, like, a really ghostly, just, like, gaunt Flash, like, reaching out and asking for help and then disappearing. And that happens all throughout. And then you get to the Flash death issue, and he's running around so fast to stop the big bad machine that he's starting to, like, flicker in and out of time.
Yeah.
And he's gravitating towards people he's closest to and asking them for help. And that's what we've been seeing the whole series, and right up until he dies. That happens with Wally in this issue.
Yeah.
Like, especially, like, towards the end there. Like the first person the Flash appeared to in Crisis was Batman. The first person Wally went to was Batman. And, like, towards the end there, when he's, like, reaching the end and he's just, like, fading in and out, he's, like, goes to Cyborg, goes to Nightwing. And, like, the image they drew of him, like, kind of breaking down...
At the end when he's with Barry?
Before that, when it's, like, on that page where he's appearing to all those people, it's the same pose and condition that Flash was in.
That's great.
I looked at him like, that's the thing from fucking Crisis.
Yeah. I loved at the end with Barry.
Yeah.
When he's given that monologue. He's like, you don't know me, you won't remember this, but you have given me such a great life. It felt a little bit like Gravity Falls, because I was like, well, they're immediately taking this away from this character. But it was so great. It was touching. And then Barry remembers him and says Wally, and he pulls him out of the Speed Force, and I was like, Wally's back.
I love the fact that this cements that the New 52 and the classic DC universe aren't two different worlds in the multiverse.
No, they were the same.
Yeah, because that's the only way this works.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And it makes me really interested in what's going on with Superman.
Yeah.
Because
who is that?
Yeah, because, like, for a while now we've had like this older bearded Superman and an older bearded Lois, and like, and it's been presented as, oh, this is the classic Superman and Lois that fell into the New 52 somehow, and they've just been living a low-key life raising their son. But they can't be that, because New 52 Superman is classic Superman, just with 10 years ripped out of him. And a hooded guy is like...
Mr. Oz.
Yeah, he's like, you and your family aren't what you think. And, like, maybe this is, like, it's a time travel thing, and this is Superman and Lois taken from before time, like, the 10 years got taken away, or, like, something like that.
Yeah. Also, I almost burst into tears when I saw, what's his name? The guy with something lightning. They have the genie.
Johnny Thunder.
Johnny Thunder. And he's in an insane asylum because nobody believes him about the fact that he is a genie. Well, it's probably just a senior citizen home.
Yeah.
And he goes into a closet, and then Wally West appears. He's like, Johnny Thunder, you gotta get the genie back. I can't remember his name. Because he tells him you gotta get him back. And he's like, do it. Save the JSA. Or, like, reassemble the JSA. And he's like, I've been trying to do that for 50 years.
Yeah.
Everyone thinks I'm crazy. I almost broke down in tears because I was like, I want that too. But, oh, man, that was great. And then there was a Legion reference. Yep. Somebody got a card for the Legion, I think?
I think Saturn Girl or somebody was being, like, detained by the police.
Yeah,
and
I didn't
they're like,
recognize who it was.
all she had... They didn't show her face, I don't think.
Okay.
But they just showed, like, oh, it's a white girl with blonde hair.
Okay.
And they're like, this is all she had on her. And they have a baggie with a Legion flight ring in it. And it's going to be related to the Superman thing. Because they're like, I need to see Superman. Like, he's missing. They're like, oh, okay, I'll wait.
Yeah. That's what...
He might not be coming back. No, it's fine. I'm
Yeah.
from the future. It's fine.
I was just assuming because Superboy formed the Legion.
Yeah.
She was like, something is wrong in this universe. We need Superman.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Because they said, like, they're good. The JSA and the Legion are gonna get brought back in with like they want those reintroductions to each be a big deal themselves.
Mm-hmm.
So like we're probably gonna get some like big story that brings in this group, and then the next year a big story that brings back this other one.
So it's not just going to be with the new number ones. It's not going to be like JSA number one.
No.
Okay.
Not yet.
But I want it now.
I know.
And we have to talk about the ending where Batman finds the comedian's pin.
Yes, we should say this is bookended with, I believe it's like pages and quotes directly from Watchmen.
Really?
I think.
I didn't catch that at all.
What?
How did I miss that?
I don't fucking know. Wait, give me this.
Yeah, where's the issue?
So, this is a thick issue too.
Yeah.
This whole thing with the watch.
Yeah, I didn't get that. I thought this was Wally talking.
No, that's the thing. It is, but it's also like from Watchmen.
Really?
Yeah, the whole thing with Dr. Manhattan, like...
Yeah! Okay, now I remember it.
And he's talking about, like, the watch that his dad got him, and, like...
Okay.
And, like, that's when he built
I've
his...
never even read Watchmen.
I thought that was your favorite book.
I love Watchmen, but yeah.
And, like, at the end, like, it's when he's, like, gonna build, like, his castle on Mars or whatever. Yeah. It's, like, this, where he's talking about the watch again.
Okay, that's right.
But, like, they did a really good job of, like... Yeah, this is a Dr. Manhattan, like, monologue, but it works perfectly for Wally with what he's talking about.
Yeah.
Do you think, like, I've seen a theory floating around now, because they say in this, like, there's 3 Jokers.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think the comedian is one of them?
Oh my god. Well, he does. I'm looking at it right now. He goes up to the Joker card. I missed it before. Oh, okay, that's
the
the
letter from his dad.
Okay. We really don't see what he gets the comedian's pin out of.
I think, wasn't it just in the rocks or something?
Maybe.
I wonder...
I don't know. It's kind of hinted at.
I kind of wonder, like, how much... I haven't checked, but, like, is this end sequence, these last, like, 4 pages or so with Batman going through the cave and checking things out and then finding the bloody pin, like, how much does this mirror the beginning scene of Rorschach checking out the comedian's murder?
I don't know. I'm going to have to check it out when I get home.
Yeah.
I don't know. Do I even have a copy of Watchmen anymore? I used to have like 3.
Also, Mr. Oz.
Who is he?
He has to be Ozymandias.
Yeah.
Because, and also, apparently that character has shown up in the Jeff Johns run of Superman.
Oh, yeah?
And he had, like, an agent or something, an informant that had a Oz, like an OZ tattoo.
Like his logo?
Yeah, like his, if you turn it on its side, it's just the nostalgia logo for his, like, perfume brand or whatever.
Yeah. Does he have a lynx named Bubestis?
Almost. No, but he is shown looking at, like, a giant wall of screens. So everybody's kind of thinking, like, oh, Dr. Manhattan took 10 years out of or whatever.
Well, apparently that was leaked from DC.
Oh, yeah?
That's what I've heard, yeah. Full disclosure, when I first heard that, I was like, that's terrible. DC, you gotta stop doing things like this. Then I read the issue and I was like, okay, fine, I'm on board, whatever. Nice. I'll buy everything now.
And they've said, like, this is part of, like, a big, like, 1 or 2 year plan or something. Mm-hmm. That's gonna be, like, every series is gonna kind of touch on this in its own way, but they're not gonna be, like, essential reading kind of things.
Okay.
And some will be more important than others. Like, I think the new Titans book is Wally and his team of friends who had been kind of removed from history or something, trying to figure out what was going on.
But yeah, this is... You text me, I need to read this.
Yes.
And I said, is this a stupid Dr. Manhattan thing? And you were like, yeah, shut up, you need to read it.
Like, fuck you, read it.
Yeah. This is the first DC Universe book, the DC comic I picked up, I think, since the New 52 launched.
Yeah.
I bought a couple of number 1s, and I stuck with some of them for a while. But this is the first one I bought in a long time. And I'm back in.
Yeah.
This did its job.
It did.
Yeah. It's fantastic.
I'm still waiting to see, like, what kind of the verdict is on how the relaunched... Not relaunched, because the continuity is still... Mm-hmm. They're not calling it New 52 anymore, but they have not rebooted any continuity or anything.
Yeah.
So, but I want to see how the quality actually is on a bunch of these books, because, like, the creative teams seem really good, and some of the ideas seem really good. I'm really interested to see... I don't put Watchmen on a pedestal. I'm fine with if they want to bring it in like this. I'm just really interested in seeing why.
Yeah.
Like okay, Dr. Manhattan did this. Why did he do it?
Yeah.
You know?
At the end of the day, it's just It's just another comic book and that DC owns, and if they want to bring it in, my thing is, I never thought it fit.
Yeah.
It's way too dark a tone for the rest of the DC universe. But if there is a way that they can do it, and this has kind of convinced me, this single issue has kind of convinced me, they have a good idea. If they can do it well, do it.
What it comes down to is, like, you can do anything with any character as long as the idea is good enough and the execution is good enough. Look how long fucking Bucky was left off the table because there was just like, nope, we're not going to do it. We're not going to bring back Bucky. Nope, yeah. No way, no how. Then one day at Brubaker's like, hey, I got this idea. And they're like, well, shit. Okay, do it. Yeah. And it was fucking great and successful, and they made the best Marvel movie ever out of it.
Yeah. And now Captain America's a Hydra agent, and it's fantastic.
Oh, shut up. I can't believe how just overblown that whole crap was.
I didn't even know about it until I went on Facebook and saw you were like, stop threatening to kill this man because he wrote a single issue. I was like, wait, what? And I looked into it, I was like, holy crap.
People were giving, like, Ed Brubaker was getting
threatened by it. He hasn't written, and he responded like, I haven't written Captain America in years.
Yeah. He's like,
how do you guys even know about this?
God. And they've even said, like, look, as soon as issue 2 comes out, you're gonna understand everything.
I love that. It hasn't even been a month.
Nope. God, what else happened?
Yeah, it's been an hour and a half and we haven't talked about a single thing of news.
Yeah, no, we'll get there.
Okay.
The other anime I started and stopped halfway through because I'm like, it's called No Game, No Life.
I've heard of that.
There's this brother and sister who are, like, unbeatable at games, and then somebody emails them and wants to play chess.
Okay.
So they beat him at chess. Takes, like, all day. And then God comes out of their screen.
What?
And takes them into another universe where basically, like...
There's so many anime about being, like, it taken into a video game.
Yeah. Well, I was looking for more, because I finished Log Horizon. I'm like, I need another stuck in an MMO thing.
That's fine.
And this was kind of like that. It's not... It's another one of those, like, it's kind of stuck in an MMO, but it's not an MMO kind of thing. Like, it's another, like, where contemporary people pulled to a fantasy world where there's, like, all this elves and magic and shit.
Gotcha, yeah.
Medieval stuff. The mythology of this world, though, is, like, okay, all of the whole pantheon went to war and ended in a stalemate and everybody lost. But this one god didn't participate and thus by default won. And that's the god of games. So now he is the almighty...
Well, of course the god of games won.
Yeah, he's the almighty god now. And he reordered the world so that from now on, 100% of everything is settled via game.
Okay.
And so, like, if I challenge you to a game, you get to decide the game, and we agree on the rules, and whatever's wagered has to be fulfilled no matter what.
So if I'm like the best Street Fighter player in the world,
yes,
and you challenge me, you just challenge me to anything. I get to choose. I get to say, all right, but it's Street Fighter.
Yes.
Okay.
But, like, I can be like, okay, but you have the handicap of this, you know?
Okay,
like,
gotcha.
And it can be anything. It can be what we've seen the full range of, like, I challenge you to a game of chess, but the chess pieces are life-size and alive. To, all right,
Mr. Burns style.
I challenge you to rock, paper, scissors. To, like.
Wait, what was the weird thing with rock, paper, scissors?
Nothing really.
Like, did they throw rocks and scissors at each other?
No, it's just a game of rock, paper. They actually did the thing I did once, where he's like, all right, so I'm gonna throw paper.
I hate playing rock, paper, scissors with you, because you do that, and I don't know what to do.
Remember I got the front seat every time, yes. That time we went to Pennsylvania?
Yeah, because you go like, I'm gonna throw paper, and I'm like, is he going to? Or is
he knows I know that, but does he know that I know that he knows? Oh god, what do I do?
Princess Bride shit up in here.
They'll bet on cards. They'll do little stuff like, all right, I will bet you whatever that the next person to walk past that alleyway entrance is male. Or like,
these are just degenerate gamblers.
Yeah. There's interesting stuff, like with the chess game, the brother and sister are trying to play it like chess. They're like, oh, like B6 to H7 or however you do chess. And however you chess.
Yeah.
but the opponent is just like, forward. And they all march. Because they're like, oh, I get it. Because, like, they're alive.
Yeah.
And, like, so, like, you're commanding them like they're an army. And, like, the little sister's hitting a wall here. Because they're alive, they can refuse commands when she's blatantly trying to sacrifice a piece.
Oh my god. Why didn't you stop watching this?
Because, like, this show is kind of like a middle ground between Log Horizon and Konosuba. Except the main character, the big brother, he's like just a jerk. He's like super full of himself.
Okay.
And I stopped it at the point where I saw like, oh, they're just building the harem now.
Oh, okay.
And I'm like, oh, and his little sister is the lolly. Okay.
Oh, okay. I gotcha.
Yeah. I mean, they make a point of, like, yeah, we're never going there kind of thing.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if it's supposed to be played innocent or whatever, but, like, because she's, like, half his age and they're really close, so she's like, why do you need a girlfriend when you have me? That kind of thing.
Yeah.
So, but it's like, and, like, that could just be, like, the we're siblings and best friends kind of thing, but, like, because of her blatant reason for existing in this form in the show, it's kind of not.
Yeah.
So, but I'm like, does some, like, really out there, like, they play this one game, like, they find, like, in this society, humans are the only ones that can't use magic.
Okay.
Or detect magic. The only thing they have going for them is their brains, like, they're smart. But ever since the whole game rule became law, all of the other races have had to get smart too, and they've been cheating with magic. So humanity is kind of like, it's been on the decline. They've lost almost all their territory. They're really on the outs. And our protagonists come in to be like, we're the best fucking game people in the universe. We're going to start winning your shit back. But we need information on these opponents. There's not a whole lot of reference material. Then they find a library that's owned by this weird angel lady who joins the harem later.
Of course.
And she's like, all right, I want to play you a game for this library. And she's like, what are you going to wager? He's like, here. He hands her an iPad. And he's like, this has like 20,000 books from another world on it. She's like, ooh! And like, they have this game where, you know that thing on Whose Line? Where it's like, every next... Like, you have to do...
I just love the idea that they're gambling on a game that they saw on Whose Line Is It Anyway.
Well, it's like, it's a whole thing
like,
where...
she's watching it on her iPad. It's like, we need another game. Got it!
It's that game where, like, everybody has to enact a scene, but each of us has to start our line with the next letter in the alphabet.
Oh, yeah, okay.
It's that...
They ran out of ideas.
No. It's that, except... whatever you say disappears unless it wasn't there, in which case it appears.
What? So I say,
like if you're
apple. The first letter is apple.
And there's no apples around, then the apple will show up.
Okay.
If you're wearing a hat and I say hat, your hat will disappear.
Okay.
They do stuff like that, but it escalates super quickly to where they're just like...
How do you win?
I guess by incapacitating the other person.
So if I say leg, will your leg disappear?
I mean, probably not, because everything has legs.
Well, how? What happens?
Like at some point, somebody says, like you basically have to make it so the other person can't continue. He's been saying...
But the funny part of the game is, like, until somebody just flubs up, and that's it. Haha, isn't that funny?
Well, no, because, like, at some point, like, he's been...
The next letter is Z, and he can't think of anything. Game over.
He's been saying, like, a bunch of, like seemingly innocuous things. Mm-hmm. But they've actually been the layers of the Earth. And then he just says, like, mantle or whatever, and then the planet's gone.
What?
And then they're falling into the sun... But they're still, or not gone, but enough of it's gone that you're gonna fall past the rest of it and into the sun. And then she goes to say her thing, and then he says, like, oxygen, and then takes a big breath. And then she uses her she like.
But she didn't say N.
But then she like opens her mouth to say air because that was the next letter.
Okay.
But or like one or the other, I forget which order. But like it didn't bring back all of the pieces of oxygen, just like the like you know.
Oh my god! Yeah, just I get it.
And it's like
that's pure oxygen.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And it's that whole kind of thing.
That seems really intense.
Yeah.
Like, that guy escalated it quickly.
Yeah. Super quickly. No, actually, the first thing he said was hydrogen bomb.
What?
He wanted to see what would happen.
So I'm guessing you're immortal in this world.
No.
What? How did they survive?
I mean, it's a game. They didn't fall into the sun. And it all came back after he won.
I still am unclear on how he won.
And don't worry, Rob. I know what you're thinking, and don't worry. There was a scene where the little sister helped her brother Buddy breathe by kissing him for a long time. Of course there was. So, but yeah, so it's a show that has lots of cool potential, but after a while it's like, this main character sucks, and I don't want to watch a harem show.
Yeah. How about an incest harem show?
Then now we're talking. If I wanted to watch an incest harem show in a bad fantasy world, I would watch more Sword Art.
Yeah.
Alright,
Her
so
boobs are super big.
you should watch that show.
I keep hearing that. It's so bad, you need to watch it.
You need to watch it, just so you'll know. Just so you'll understand.
But I know.
No, you don't.
Like, I get the gist of it.
No. You gotta know. Okay. You have to see. You have to be able to tell your grandchildren that you were there.
Oh, well, I'm caught up on Steven Universe now.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. It's great.
Of course.
Yeah. That's it.
Okay, good.
Like you're watching it too, so I
Rob, what is your favorite holiday?
Halloween.
Yeah, but no.
Christmas?
No.
Memorial Day?
Keep going.
Valentine's Day?
Yes. You know why?
Yeah, because
Persona 5!
Alright.
Persona 5's coming out on Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
It's gonna have all sorts of big dumb additions. You can pay however the fuck much you want to play this game.
Wait, what?
It's like, there's the regular...
I'm assuming I need to pay something.
Yeah, like, there's the regular version of it, which I'm gonna get. There's, like, the Steelbook edition, which I don't know what the hell that means. There's, like, the Super Collector's edition that's, like, it comes with the Steelbook edition and a stuffed animal of that cat thing they have.
Oh, okay.
And an art book and a CD of the soundtrack and, for some reason, a school bag.
I might go for that one.
But yeah, so that's fair. It's 5 months after the Japanese release, but you know what? It's okay.
It's not that bad.
It's okay.
It's not that... It's close enough.
Yeah.
That's the thing. It's close enough.
It's close enough. There's plenty to play in the meantime.
Exactly, yep. We'll still be playing Overwatch.
Yep. We'll be playing Overwatch for years.
Yeah, because they will be updating Overwatch for years.
Yep. So let's talk about Pokemon for a minute. Pokemon. So...
Okay. You're looking at your phone like you've never seen it before, so
no,
I'm guessing this is something good.
Sometimes I just can't, you know?
Okay.
So, when they announced Sun and Moon, Nintendo's like, you know, by popular demand, we're going to make this available in Chinese for the first time.
Okay.
And
sounds good.
Both traditional and simplified forms of Chinese. And this is a great thing. This is great.
Mandarin and Cantonese?
I don't know how Chinese works. I know there's like a whole bunch of different versions of it depending on where you are. I think simplified is just... I want to say it's like a less formalized version of Cantonese, but I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah. I just know Mandarin and Cantonese are Chinese languages, so I don't know either.
Well, funny you should mention Mandarin, because the names of the Pokemon are in Mandarin instead of Cantonese.
Okay.
Which seems like a weird oversight.
Yeah.
And people in Hong Kong they're not happy. There were protests in the street and boycotts of Nintendo.
That seems like a bit of an overreaction.
It does. You know, again, I don't know a whole lot about the politics, but I tend to get the impression that a lot of, like, pieces of the Asian world aren't very cool with each other.
Yeah.
you know?
It feels like there's a lot of tension there already. I feel like Nintendo should have caught this. Definitely.
Well, Nintendo...
I feel like it's getting worse.
Oh. So Nintendo's response to this, they released a letter to Hong Kong fans suggesting that they just ignore the spelling and pronounce it however they like.
What? Say your booga booga language however you want.
We're not gonna fix it. Just like pretend we did.
The biggest we don't give a fuck they could have given.
God.
Oh, man.
Hey, speaking of not giving a fuck, you'll love this. There's a new Fable game coming.
What? How? Why?
So,
when? Where? What?
It is called Fable Fortune. It is by former Lionhead Studios developers. It's being crowdfunded.
Okay.
It is going to be a collectible card game like Hearthstone, but with RPG quests and online co-op.
Okay.
You can be good or evil.
Of course.
It's in crowdfunding right now, and it's...
Where can I give this money?
It's on Kickstarter.
Okay.
I checked it last night. It was still kind of low.
What are they asking?
Do you remember? I don't know. I didn't write that down. But if all goes well, it's on track to come out next year.
Okay. I'm glad.
Have you played Hearthstone?
Yes, a little bit. Like, I made it through the tutorial, and I played a couple games, like, against AI. I never played online, and I think I'm gonna get back into it.
That's the Blizzard one, right?
Yeah.
By the way, if you watch those, like, Overwatch cinematics, there's a part where they cut to a security guard, and he's just playing Hearthstone on a tablet.
Nice.
Pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like I'm gonna get back into it, because I miss, like, playing Magic, and I stopped playing Clash Royale, which was the mobile CCG I was playing.
Yeah.
So I need something to give me that fix.
You know what would be good for that?
What's that?
Final Fantasy XIV.
Is that a CCG?
I mean, sure. I'm sure.
I'm not gonna play Final Fantasy XIV.
You should, though. You should.
No.
Think of all the fun you can have.
No. I'm glad, though. That's great. I hope they make their goal. I thought you were gonna say, like, former Lionhead developers that Microsoft have given jobs to, but that's ridiculous.
When I read, I'm like, oh, a new Fable game's coming, and it's a card game. Oh.
No, that's okay. That kind of fits what Fable was.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So over the next few years, Nintendo is going to start making its own movies.
Okay.
Instead of licensing out the characters, they're going to partner with various studios while retaining creative control.
That makes sense.
And they're looking exclusively at animation, not live action.
That also makes sense.
This is good. This is a good direction. I want to see what happens.
Yeah, this is like the announcement of Marvel Studios. I'm glad about this.
They're really good at, like, shorts, you know?
Yeah.
So, like, if they can kind of take that and bring on board people who are really fucking good at this, while just making sure, like, the spirit of it stays intact, you know, I can't wait.
My question is, Super Mario Brothers movie. Think it's going to be the first movie they make, or the last movie they make?
As in, will it be so bad they don't make any other?
I feel like Nintendo still feels that bridge is burned. So, do you think they're going to go for a Zelda movie first? Or maybe they had that Pikmin short, which was really popular. Yeah. Maybe they'll go for that. Or a Star Fox movie. And then, well, people kind of realize, hey, Nintendo kind of knows what they're doing. Then once you got them, then you get them with the Mario Brothers movie.
I almost feel like you start with Zelda. Because I feel like Zelda is...
But does he speak?
Oh, no.
How do you have a movie with a protagonist that doesn't speak?
No, you can do it.
Hardcore Henry did it, but that was a first-person game.
Just be good at writing.
What? You realize how weird that sounds, right?
No.
I guess if you're not writing dialogue.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just write a good movie, and, like, this character happens to not say anything.
Alright, I'm just saying... I don't know any other movies that have done that, aside from Hardcore Henry, and that was like a first-person action... I mean, any big budget...
I brought it up earlier, but, like, every Star Wars movie, like, a third of the cast doesn't speak.
Oh, yeah, that's right,
like,
Chewbacca.
Like, half... Like, think about Chewbacca, think about any of the aliens, and, like, all the droids. They're just making weird noises, and then somebody's like, you're right, we should take that base.
The problem with that is that there is another character there. They're played, the droids and the other thing, they're paid for comic relief, which means that since Link, I almost called him Zelda.
Mr. Zelda.
Since he's played serious, he would need some kind of comic relief sidekick. Probably Navi, which would be a disaster.
Oh my god, if Navi got, like, oodles of dialogue.
Yeah, they would need some kind of funny, goofy sidekick character for Link to be the audience surrogate.
There's plenty of other characters in that world that could keep up with them. Have Impa tag along. Maybe he's, like, escorting Zelda somewhere. He's, like, a security or something. Maybe, what the hell was the... They just introduced some new character in Hyrule Warriors.
Linkle?
No. It was before Linkle. It was like not Sia. It was like Luna. She was some magic girl with the blue hair and a book. I don't know. Mm-hmm. Just like you could. There's plenty of characters who you can make like Link's traveling companion or something. You know.
I don't know. And like,
basically, all of the problems go away as long as you don't have Link by himself all the time.
I agree that it can be done well. I don't think Nintendo is the studio to do it well.
No?
No.
Then again,
think about when they made Samus talk. It was talking about a weird space baby. There was a lot of maternal instincts going on that she never had. It was bad.
At the same time,
it was bad.
Same time, it won't be Nintendo all by themselves.
But they will have creative control.
Yes.
Yes.
Speaking of movies, so Harley Quinn will star in a movie featuring a cast of DC's female heroes and villains. This is going to be the Suicide Squad actor reprising her role. No word yet on what characters will be included, but they did say they're most interested in Batman-related characters.
I would just like to say it's great that the Gotham Girls are finally getting, because of our podcasting quality, we're finally getting a movie. Yeah.
You did it.
And obviously, it's all because of us. No, this could be great, but I mean, I feel like this is still just DC. Their eyes are bigger than their stomach. They're planning a lot. Like, this is all on the back of the success of Suicide Squad, which isn't even out yet.
Are you looking forward to that?
Oh yeah, I think it's gonna be good. But I thought Batman v Superman was gonna be good, and I enjoyed it more than most. But it's still not very good.
You know, it does sound like it's gonna be good.
What's that?
And gooder every passing day. Thor Ragnarok.
That does look gooder than I thought it did.
Yeah, that's a sentence. So
you made me stupid, okay?
So this cast, as it stands right now, Thor Ragnarok, which is the third Thor movie, comes out next year or something.
Something like that.
It's going to include Mark Ruffalo as Bruce Banner and the Hulk, Cate Blanchett as Hel. That's Loki's daughter, Hel.
Okay.
With like the big, like spiky, shouldery.
Yeah, I've seen that character. I didn't know her name was Hel.
Yeah, she rules the underworld.
Oh, right. Okay.
Tessa Thompson, who was from Creed, she's going to play Valkyrie.
Okay.
Carl Urban, who was Dredd and Bones on Star Trek, he's going to be Scourge, who's like a big evil Asgardian guy. Mm-hmm. He might be the villain.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, no, because Jeff Goldblum is the villain. He's playing the Grandmaster, he's that blue guy that loves games. I think he kidnapped these two brother and sister from their world.
Oh, you mean God?
Yeah.
Just God? Oh, man.
And Natalie Portman is not coming back.
Yeah!
Hopefully Kat Dennings will.
Yeah!
But yeah, the cast of this movie, like, they're like, all right, everybody, the first two Thor movies, we know. Okay, we know. Just come on back. Come on in. Jeff Goldblum's here. Come on.
I think, like most of the Marvel movies, they get better as they go on. The first Thor movie was garbage. The second one was significantly better. And the third one will be even better.
Thor movies, I feel like in the moment, I'm like, yeah, that was good.
Yeah.
But like looking back on it, it's like, oh, those are near the bottom.
I remember being in the theater with you guys during like watching the first Thor movie and being like, well, I guess Marvel can make bad movies. I just did not like it.
You were like, why are people talking to each other? I want hardcore murder.
That is not what I said.
You said something like that.
No, I didn't want it to be funny. It should not have been funny.
Thor walked into a pet store and asked for a horse. How can you not love it?
No, I agree. It's funny. It's just stupid. Like, I don't want it. Like, I go there, like, Marvel movies should be just dumb action. Like, they're not like great films by any stretch of the imagination, but they're just supposed to be dumb action. There was one good action scene in the whole movie. Just shut your mouth and hit stuff, Thor. That's all you're good for.
Thor walked into someone's house, looked at a Korak, and hung his hammer on it.
Yeah, I saw it. It was not a good movie.
Is it because there was no Paul Rudd?
It was because there's no Paul Rudd. You know I love me some Rudd.
You know, he's really little. He could have been there.
That's true.
Ant-Man.
Oh, God. Hope he doesn't want to do another movie, because they might push back Ragnarok. But what Paul Rudd wants, he gets. Man, fuck Paul Rudd.
I love how, like, you, in your mind, Paul Rudd is this villain of the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
He just walks into the office in, like, a leather jacket and sunglasses. It's like, give me that coffee!
And on the back of the jacket is just the word Rudd, but it's bejeweled.
Yes, and script, in cursive. We had the same thought.
Yeah. God. So, starting this September, Netflix gets the exclusive streaming rights to new Disney movies once they leave theaters.
Wow.
It covers new releases from 2016 on, including Marvel, Star Wars, Pixar, everything they own.
Wow.
The cutoff is January 1st of 2016, so something like Force Awakens won't be on Netflix because that came out in December.
Okay.
But, yeah, so if you're like probably Jeremy and missed Civil War in theaters, you'll be able to see it in your home as long as you have a Netflix account.
Now, how soon after it leaves theaters?
They
Like
just,
the day after it's out of theaters?
I mean, probably not, but
Okay.
they just said once they leave theaters. So there'll probably be some downtime in between, but
That's awesome.
in the meantime, you can, kill time watching the Mirror's Edge TV series.
Yeah, that's a bad idea. Is it? Yes. Mirror's Edge, I think they're, like, if you're listening to this, you might have seen our Let's Play of it. I think they're fun games. Like, I'm bad at them, but they're...
Oh, yeah.
It's a fun game, and Catalyst looks great. I haven't played it, but it looks great. Not a lot of story there, though.
No, but I mean, it gives you enough basics that, like, somebody who knows how to write a story could come in and be like, okay, I have some ideas.
What you're saying is that whoever made the games did not know how to write a story.
No, they didn't. I played that game.
But they knew how to animate insurance commercials.
They sure did.
Yeah.
I think after that game was like a moderate success, they're like, well, I guess we better make insurance porn.
They're the guys that made all the insurance porn.
Yes. Now,
What was her name? Ellen Insurance?
there's a name?
Yeah, she had a name. Because that's what I had to Google search.
Is it Ellen Page? I don't know.
No, her last name was Insurance, and it was something alliterative. So it was like...
Erin Insurance?
I think it was Erin Insurance, yeah.
That's the only other E name I could think of.
Well, it might have been an A. Like
Erica
Alexis.
Insurance?
No, I think it was Erin.
Alright.
Yeah. Lots of porn of her.
Ellie Insurance?
It
Alright.
was Erin.
So this is being made by Endemol Shine Studios, who made things like Hell on Wheels for AMC.
Okay, that was a great show.
And reality shows like Big Brother, The Biggest Loser, and I almost said Master Chief. Master Chef.
Those are not good shows.
Nope. Are they not?
Well, they're reality shows,
What
so
about
they would
Mr.
pretty much not be.
What about Mr. Chief? Is that a good show? Actually, no. I tried watching a Halo show before, and it was terrible.
Which one?
Forward Unto Dawn.
Oh, not good?
No, it was super generic and not interesting. It had a budget and had a pretty big cast, but it's like...
That's another show that Steven Spielberg was going to make and then decided not to.
Wasn't, Lord of the Rings guy, what's his name?
Peter Jackson?
Yeah, wasn't he gonna do Halo?
He was going to do a Halo movie, yeah. I think Spielberg was signed on to do a TV series.
Everybody wants to do everything, and no one wants to let them.
Yeah. Microsoft's like, no, keep your money. We have the Xbox One coming out. We're set.
Like, I didn't put this on there because it keeps flip-flopping. Like Pacific Rim 2. Some weeks it's happening, some weeks it's not happening. There was just a thing the other day that John Boyega, Finn from Force Awakens, he's on board to star or co-star in it.
Are you sure he didn't just say, man, I'd love to star in Pacific Rim 2?
No, probably not.
I would love if he played Finn in Pacific Rim 2.
Yeah.
That would be the best.
There's just a flash of light, he's standing there, he's like, what the hell?
Yeah.
But he's supposed to be the son of Idris Elba's character.
Oh my god, that would be so cool!
Yeah!
Wait, his son was in the movie.
No.
No. I'm thinking of the Russian guy.
You're thinking of Idris Elba's Russian son.
Not Russian, it was like German. The most white character in the movie.
Do you have anything else?
No, I'm good.
I have one more thing.
Okay. You seem very excited.
So, Rob.
Yeah? You're holding a loot crate.
I am, but for our purposes, it's more of a box of mystery.
No.
Now,
no,
Rob,
is this the thing?
Rob, I want to give a little background here.
No.
Because now, nigh on 2 years ago, we have been talking about playing through the entire Assassin's Creed franchise.
Has it been that long?
It was the middle... I remember clearly running around in that trailer park in Alan Wake talking about this.
Oh, okay. I was like, when were we running in a trailer? That was you?
And we haven't done that, partly because you don't want to.
I brought Dark Souls.
And secondly, because this franchise is huge. Do you realize in the 2 years since we started talking about this, they've somehow come out with 6 games? There was
all winners.
There was Unity, and there was
Syndicate.
The 360 one that came out the same day as Unity.
Oh yeah.
Rogue maybe.
Rogue, I think maybe Rogue.
The second piratey one that nobody cared about.
Even though it was supposed to be better than Unity.
And then there was Syndicate, which that's apparently good. And then the 3 Chronicles, like China, Russia.
Oh, okay. So we're not even just doing the
no.
like numbered ones?
Oh no.
Oh,
Most
God.
of Rob, we would miss out on 2/3 of the Ezio trilogy.
Yes! I hate Ezio!
But don't worry, Rob, because you have an out. I am holding my hand a box. Within this box is a game series.
It's an entire series.
It is an entire series.
Okay.
It fits in this box. So you can say it's
all of them.
All of it is in this box. So it's probably less than there are Assassin's Creed games. But you don't know. For
all I know, it's a Game Boy series.
It's something we can record. So here's the thing.
Yeah, but you might have it on the you're messing with me or something.
Here's the thing. Here's what I'm going to tell you. We will do a full Let's Play of either the entire Assassin's Creed or what's in the mystery box. Now, I will tell you, all of it is in this box.
Okay.
Assassin's Creed is not in this box.
Okay.
Thank you, Logan, for
Logan, you're an asshole. He was gonna...
No, I was not going to put Assassin's Creed in the box, but he asked the question. I'm like, oh, that is a good question.
Oh, I thought he suggested, like, you should put Assassin's Creed in the box.
No, he asked me, is Assassin's Creed in the box? I'm like, no. So yeah, the entire thing is in this box. It is not Assassin's Creed in this box.
Okay.
It may be better, equivalent to, or worse than Assassin's Creed.
Okay.
So, the question I'm going to ask you, Rob, is are you going to go with the devil you know? Or will you go with whatever's in the mystery box?
You have such an evil lint in your voice.
I'm just happy. This gives me so much joy. And just in case anybody at home is wondering, it's like small. It's the shape of a shoebox.
Yeah,
but like
thinner,
it's like 50% smaller than a shoebox.
Can I hold the box?
You can't open it, but you can hold the box.
Yeah. It feels a little heavy. There's a couple games in there.
There's
more than one game in there.
You know that.
And do you have Assassin's Creed 1?
I don't. I thought you did.
No, I don't.
We can get it. I'll get it.
Okay, yeah.
I have 2. And 4.
I need to know. I'm picking the box.
You're picking the mystery box?
I'm picking the box.
Alright.
I feel like for the sake of our listeners, I need to know.
Oh, I knew this was going to happen.
Yeah.
Alright, Rob, I'm going to need, as I open this box, I want you to give some sort of drum roll.
Okay. I can't keep this up much longer. You're really dragging this out. What?
Rob?
No! It's so much worse!
Rob?
No!
Rob, hey, Rob! Who has come into your life to say hello?
Lightning has returned!
That's right, you're holding Xbox 360 copies of Final Fantasy 13, 13-2, and 13-3, affectionately known as Lightning Returns.
Oh my god, I didn't even think... Oh my god, You're a monster! How could you? Oh my god. You asked me about Final Fantasy games earlier tonight.
Yeah. No, that was unrelated. I just wanted to know because 12 and World of Final Fantasy are both coming. 12 is getting a remaster next year, and World of is coming out this year.
Do you know how long these games are?
Meh.
This is like I'm holding 2 Persona 4s in my hand.
Cool. Well, we won't do them back to back.
I feel physically sick.
You need to take a minute, champ.
Yeah.
Listen, you had to know this would happen someday because destiny is destiny.
I hate you. This is the end of our channel. I'm done. Oh my god. These are all sealed.
Yeah.
You bought these for this bid.
Yep. I knew it would be worth it.
You didn't even buy them used.
Nope. I wouldn't want to take the chance that they wouldn't work.
You gave Square money. You asshole. Alright. Anything else?
No.
Alright.
So if you'd like to contact us for any reason or to share Rob's agony, you can email epicghostpunch@gmail.com or hit us up on Twitter @epicghostpunch. Or just go to youtube.com/epicghost/epicghost
/C Epic Ghost Punch.
Yeah, slap Epic
Slap
Ghost.
Epic
Just slap it right in the face.
Or if that's too confusing, go to epicghostpunch.com.
Yeah, that exists now.
That exists now.
And
yeah.
like 3 of our videos are on it, so watch them over and over again.
It's new. Yeah. Okay.
2 of them are Overwatch videos.
Did you look at it on your phone?
I did at first. I was confused because I'm like, I thought Squarespace had like phone versions of websites, and
Yeah.
it looked okay on the
Yeah,
phone. But then,
it looks better on the desktop.
Yeah, it looked. And I immediately like, I gotta look at this. I'm like, oh, okay.
Alright.
So look forward to our first Final Fantasy 13 videos coming up sometime soonish.
Do you think they changed the box art to be Lightning on Final Fantasy 13 after they thought she was going to get popular? Like it was just regular, normal protagonist box art, and then they added Lightning? Because I don't think she's the star.
I don't know. I mean, I assume she's the main character, but I don't know. I mean, the copy I have is like the what is it, like the bestseller?
It's the platinum bestseller, platinum hits.
And you love platinum games.
I love platinum games.
Lightning and Bayonetta, BFFs forever. Hey, you know what? You're welcome.